Alright guys, it's been a while since I've done a Zara video, and the Zara Coffee Collection fragrances, 4 of them, caught my attention, and I do enjoy coffee fragrances, so I thought I'd pick them up and talk to you guys about them. So I've got a box of fragrances here that has just been shipped. Actually, it was shipped to the store and I picked them up there. It's free to do that, and Zara is just around the corner, so I can always go pick them up. But if you've gotten your nose on these Zara fragrances, let me know, add a comment below. These are fragrances that are all coffee inspired, and they go in multiple different directions. So as I was putting my notes down for this video, I noticed some of them sounded kind of similar. Like one of them sounds like it could smell like Intense Cafe by the House of Montal. So we'll see how they are, but it's brand spanking new. But we're gonna open this box up right now. I do want to ask you guys, are there any new Zara fragrances that you really enjoy? Do let me know, add a comment below, because they are cranking out quite a bit of fragrances over there. So they're paying a lot of money to make them, and I think they sell out as well. The only thing I don't like about Zara fragrances, I've complained about, there are some good quality offerings though. The things I don't like is they kind of come and go so fast that if you miss out on some, then you're kind of done for. You're not going to get your chance to get them. And sometimes I think when they are very popular, they bring them back. So it depends on the fragrances. So, but these are quite intriguing, and I wanted to get them and talk to you guys about them. And we are headed towards autumn. I think these will be perfect. At least I think they will be. I haven't got my nose on these yet. Whoa. I paid $35.90 for these. And on the website it says $35.90 as well. It does say $29.90 on the back for US price. So the prices have gone up $6. So yeah. Fragrance prices are getting expensive, including Zara fragrances. So that's Blush Coffee. This is the one that sounds like Intense Cafe. So I guess they haven't updated their price on the bottles. This is Gourmand Coffee. And then we've got 2 more. Mango Coffee. Wow, I'm doing these in alphabetical order and they're not even written on the packaging. And then we've got Whipped Coffee. So this was all entirely done in alphabetical order. Totally unplanned, by the way. I had to quickly pause the video and go grab my slicer. But yeah, let me know if you've gotten your nose on these fragrances, and if there's anything out there that's really good. I'd like to check them out. As things get closer to September, I will be heading back to Europe, and I'm going to be doing less and less content while I'm there, guys. And I come back from Europe after a month. I'm here for just a few days, and then I travel to Shanghai. I will be attending Notes Shanghai in Shanghai, so I've got a pretty busy 2 months coming up. Anyway, let's move forward with the fragrances. So we've got Blush Coffee here, Gourmand Coffee, Mango Coffee. That one actually sounds the least interesting to me, and Whipped Coffee. So the last couple of times I got Zara fragrances, I wasn't too happy with them, so I'm hoping these are going to be better. And also I wanted to ask you guys, are you guys interested in a Zara fragrances deep dive video? So it would be every Zara fragrance I own. And I should say it would include fragrances that are discontinued, unfortunately. All right, let's talk about Blush Coffee first. These are all Eau de Parfum concentration. And as I said, I paid $35.90 for these, but the prices were recently $29.90. This features notes of creamy coffee latte or cafe latte, vanilla, and rose petals. Doesn't that sound like Intense Cafe? That's kind of what I'm getting, or something in that kind of style. Because there's been a lot of fragrances that were inspired by Intense Cafe, combining coffee, rose, and milky notes. Why am I getting something very soapy here? Not so gourmand, I should say. It is spicy. I can smell the rose. It's creamy, but the coffee smells quite synthetic. For sure, there's a latte-like experience here, but something's creating an overly soapy experience. I wonder if that's the rose causing that, the rose petals in this case. This one, I think, is developing slowly to smell a little better than when I first sprayed it. On the box itself, it says Rose Bouquet Coffee Latte. But the notes that I just wrote to you, I spoke to you, were taken down from the Zara website. I don't hate this one, but I'm not also loving it. But what it says for this fragrance on the Zara website, creamy coffee latte sprinkled with vanilla and wrapped in rose petals. This fragrance has the softness of a bouquet of roses, elegant, sweet, and undeniably velvety, a blend that wakens the senses like a spoonful of delicate mousse with the aroma of freshly made coffee. This is quite synthetic, guys. Not starting off with a bang, unfortunately. I'm not hating it, I'm not loving it. I think it's totally wearable, but something in there is giving me a bit of a rub that I don't like. So that's Blush Coffee. Let me know if you're familiar with it. Let me know if you like this one. Let me know if you do not like it. Add a comment below. All right, next up we've got Gourmand Coffee. These are all Eau de Parfum concentration, as I was saying, and suggested retail price $35.90. I do not have perfumer information on these. Some of the fragrances, Zara just does not publish the names of the perfumers. I don't know. I think they're not highlighting the perfumers, I guess. But this has notes of intense coffee, melted chocolate, ambery woods. Does that sound good to you guys? Is this one of your favorite Zara Gourmand Coffee Collection fragrances? No, this one is actually really yummy. This is really, really yummy, actually. This smells like a real coffee fragrance, whereas the Blush Coffee, there's something synthetic about it. But if you want a true coffee gourmand, you really have it here. It's actually a bit latte-like. It's spicy. I feel like you've gotten this kind of mocha, because it's creamy. You've got the milk, got the chocolatiness, cacao, and you've got the coffee together. It acts like a coffee or cafe mocha, and you've sprinkled it maybe with some spices, maybe a little nutmeg, or maybe a little cinnamon. That's really good, guys. That smells like authentic. Whereas the first one smelled synthetic, this one is a true gourmand. Like really authentic. I think this reminds me of fragrances like, the first one that comes to mind is the coffee collection from Maison Tahiti, something like Follow by the House of Kerosene, maybe a little bit of Acro's Awake, but not milky, whereas that one is not milky, this is milky. And also this is chocolatey, that one is more cardamom. But $35.90 for 100 ml coffee gourmand with chocolate that smells like a cafe mocha. That's yum. Now this one actually would be perfect for autumn. I feel like autumn and coffee go hand in hand. I start drinking more coffee in the autumn months. There's something soothing and comforting about coffee in the autumn months when it's all cooler out there. And wearing a fragrance like this, I think it's going to satisfy. Let me know if you've tried Gourmand Coffee from Zara. Add a comment below. I'd like to find out. All right, the next one I'm uncertain about, and I've been mentioning in videos, sometimes when a fragrance doesn't sound great, turns out good. Sometimes a fragrance sounds really great, doesn't turn out great. I thought Blush Coffee would turn out great, didn't. Let's see if Mango Coffee will turn out good when it didn't sound good to me. So this is, once again, 100 ml for $35.90. Features notes of mango lassi, coffee, and cedar. Let's give it a spray. Well, as far as tropical fruitiness, I like it, but I'm not picking up much coffee right off top. A juicy and exotic combination where mango lassi blends with the smooth aroma of coffee and the refined touch of cedar, like a tropical smoothie served in an espresso cup. This fragrance is vibrant, sweet, and completely unexpected. For a coffee fragrance, this does not satisfy. I think this is more about a fruity, almost candy-like fruitiness from the mango. If you like a fruity, tropical, sweet, candied kind of an effect, this might satisfy, but that's not what I was expecting with mango coffee, guys. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this one? Let me know. Add a comment below. No coffee, but lots of mango, and it's also sweet and candied. I guess when I want to buy a coffee fragrance, I kind of want to get the coffee. I don't get it much with this one. After I go over all four, I'll let you know which are my favorites. But I'm going to talk about whipped coffee next. But before I do, I forgot to read the information on the Gourmand Coffee. So what I picked up from the store's website, Zara's website, intense coffee with melted chocolate and a warm base of ambery woods. This fragrance feels like a dark and tempting dessert, rich, enveloping, and irresistible, a perfume of warm, sweet, and distinctive aromas. So far, Gourmand Coffee is my favorite, and I just read you the info on that fragrance. Now we're going to whipped coffee, and I have a feeling I'm going to like this one as well. This one has notes of cappuccino froth, chocolate shavings, and sweet musks. Again, if you guys have tried these fragrances, let me know what your thoughts are. Which ones do you enjoy the most? They are $35.90 for 100 ml, so they're not that expensive. Still, my favorite is Gourmand Coffee. This one might be next favorite. This one is, there's a butteriness under there. I'm not sure where I'm getting. There is a slight synthetic touch about it, and I got that quite a bit with Blush Coffee. This definitely would be my second favorite, but that butteriness or something extremely rich and creamy is giving me a slight synthetic, almost like a butterscotch candy lozenge thing of kind of an effect. Where sometimes when I've had those in the past, they give me a synthetic candy experience. This is kind of what I'm getting here slightly with like a latte and chocolate experience. But once you get past that, it smells quite good actually for $35.90. But still, my favorite is Gourmand Coffee. That one's the most realistic smelling to me. It smells like a true gourmand. It really does smell like a cafe mocha sprinkled with spices. Super delicious. I think this is the one that's totally worth it for $35.90. If you're looking for a true coffee gourmand, this one will surely satisfy. I think definitely it's got the chocolate for the gourmand touches. It's got the coffee for the gourmand touches. It's got the creaminess, the milkiness, a bit of spiciness. And I think there might even be some touches or traces of vanilla in here as well to sweeten things up. But that's so yum. Really, really yum. This one's a total standout. It's realistic. It reminds me of other gourmands out there, but much on the cheaper scale for sure. I could see something like this coming from Montal or Mancera, but as I was mentioning, it reminds me a little bit of Acros Awake with the chocolate. And it actually, when I layer Acros Awake with Acros Dark, I get a kind of a similar experience, but this one does certainly have the milkiness as well. That's really good. Really, really yummy. That's Gourmand Coffee, my favorite. Blush Coffee, no good. It's not much of a gourmand to me now that this is settled. And for sure it has a soapy quality. And I kind of wanted, I mean, I love soapy fragrances, but I don't care for this one. This does remind me a little bit of a shower product, not a perfume, because of that soapiness. So no go with the Blush Coffee, absolutely not. Let's go back to the Mango Coffee. Mango Coffee to me is quite candied and super tropical fruity. You know what? Now that I'm smelling this again, you know what it reminds me of a little bit? Wave Child by Room 1015. I can't believe how close it is. I haven't compared them side by side, but that's what it reminds me of. Damn. But where in the hell is the coffee? So if I want a fruity candied experience, I would go with Mango Coffee, but for me, I don't get the coffee with that at all. Now it might come off on the skin more, but definitely not coming off on the strip. And then with the whipped coffee, for sure, it's like this buttery rich butterscotch with coffee and chocolate. So it adds a slight like synthetic layer to it, but I like this. It's my number 2 favorite. So between these two, Gourmand Coffee for sure is the winner, but whipped coffee is behind it. I think both should satisfy, guys. It's 2 bottles at around $36. So you're looking at around $72 plus tax. So looking at around $80 for 2 bottles of 100 ml perfume. Let me know if you've sampled these, which are your favorites. And again, my favorites are whipped coffee and Gourmand Coffee, the number 1. Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe by clicking the subscribe button and also the bell icon. And please give a thumbs up for this video to help with the algorithm. See you guys later. Bye.